Thank you so much, Ajaz. Well, yes, Fujairah winning the toss, electing to field first, and that has been the cue for most of the captains who won the toss in this last game. Preferring to field first, both the umpires are walking in as they will be officiating this game. Let's have a look at the 11 for Ajman first. Yasir Kaleem, the keeper and the skipper. Sandeep Singh Sandhi, Sagar Kalyan, Hamid Khan, Syed Isam, Ansh Tandon, Nasir Aziz, Mohammad Azhar, Shahnawaz Khan, Sultan Ahmed and Nav Pabreja.
And on the other hand, Fujairah has got a strong batting lineup. Mohammad Wasim, Maroof Merchant, the spinner, Rohan Mustafa, Vishnu Sukumaran, Asif Khan, Umair Ali Khan, Zishan Abid, Zahid Ali, Hamdan Tahir, Usman Khan and Saqib Manshad. So it's a formidable side, unbeaten so far in this tournament, and they will look to continue that streak in this match as well. So there you go. Opening pair in the middle for the side, Isam, the leg spinner, and Sandeep Singh, fondly known as Sandy. He's an attacking batsman, and it's a surprising move that Isam has been promoted up the order.
That's right, but then I'm sure that it's also about giving opportunity to this youngster so that he can express himself. Maybe is sent with the license to go big, or maybe the thought is that while Sandy goes big, Isam can hold on to one end, stick around, play a lot of deliveries, get some experience going.
The youngster impressed everyone with his leg spin bowling. Picked up 3 wickets, though he was not given the ball in the previous match. He's an intelligent bowler, but will he be able to translate that into batting? We'll have to wait and watch. And this man on your screen, Sandeep Singh Sandhi, 5 matches, 99 runs this season, strike rate of 126 and the best of 35. Definitely, that's the only part I think he needs to improve. He got the starts, but he has failed to convert that into a big one. That's the reason why Ajman has failed as far as the top 3 batters are concerned.
You're right. One of them has to go big. One of them has to go long. A partnership has to come through. Will this partnership of Isam and Sandy go well for Ajman? Something that we'll have to wait and watch. But what is really amazing about Fujairah is the fact that they've been unbeaten. Saqib Manshad, 2 wickets to his credit. Economy of 7.14.
Will he be getting the ball to move under lights? We have seen that teams bowling under lights have enjoyed, especially the fast bowlers. So it will be a contest between Saqib and Sandy. For Sandy, there is extra cover. Backward point is there. Big gap between backward point and extra cover. First delivery moving away, but way outside the off stump. Excellent stuff that from Saqib. So straight away, angling the ball away from the right-hander. Will he be able to control that movement, because he needs to bowl in right areas. That was somewhere around off stick and taking that away from the right-handed batsman. Should be somewhere around middle and leg stick.
Hasn't got any runs so far, Ajman. Sandeep is not the kind who will take that long to go big. But then we'll have to ensure that they keep their emotions aside. Meanwhile, the dugout there for Fujairah, right in the center. You see Mohammad Bhuta. Oh, runs didn't come off the bat. They said, let's give extras.
This has been the problem with the left armers. Remember Sabir Rao bowling from the very same end. It took an over for him to settle down. Bowled couple of wides, straight down the leg side. He was finding it hard to control the swing. This time, much better line from Saqib, forcing the batsman to play at it. That's what you need to do. And I'm surprised that Sandy is very watchful in the first 3-4 deliveries. We haven't seen that. He's an attacking sort of batsman who loves to go bang bang from the very first ball.
That's right. 2 runs on board of 2 deliveries. Oh, what a beautiful delivery there. Cut him across. He's trying to do that, but wasn't able to get that outside edge. Beautiful delivery.
It's unplayable. And to my surprise, there is no slip fielder. When your bowler is bowling that deliveries, you should have one. Again, this one right behind the swing was Sandy. Plays it with the straight bat in the gap. And Rohan Mustafa will get to that. Just a single there. Sandeep Singh opens his account.
3 on board for Ajman. You're right, there should have been a slip. The way he is angling the ball away from the right-hander. The wicket keeper is standing also at an angle, not straight behind the wickets.
So we look at the offside field. 4 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Well played. There was not much movement on that occasion from Saqib, and Isam is close to that line. Plays it defensively towards onside, not for any run. It's a slow start from Ajman. They won't mind it, considering the fact that they didn't get any start in this tournament, especially from the top 3 batters. We saw Yasir Kalim coming in and chipping in with runs. But as a batting unit, they have failed. Well, comes down the track without having any idea. Dot to end the over. Excellent over this. Ajman 3 for naught.
A mute over, the first one, as far as Ajman is concerned. But that one delivery that cut across Sandy was really amazing. Zahid comes in. He'll be bowling from the far end. Oh, beautiful delivery. This is so unlike Sandy. It's a different Sandy. Maybe someone is wearing his mask and coming into bat. This is not Sandy that we know. 5 deliveries, just 1 run.
Must give credit to the bowlers there. Kept him on mute mode. Excellent stuff that from Zahid. So straight away movement there for Fujairah bowlers. Remember, he's bowling from the far end.
Mid wicket comes into play. A single there. It'll be interesting to see what Isam does here. Looking at what Sandy's done, it looks like Isam has been given the free hand. Yes or no, we'll get to know now. But definitely, Sandy is going easy.
Scorers will be very happy because when Sandy is there, they're very busy. 4 for naught Ajman after losing the toss and been put into bat. The slip-in play is way outside the off-stump, and Said Isam was trying to drive that one towards extra cover.
That's right. Asif Khan in the slips. It's going to be very interesting to see. By keeping a slip in position, is Zahid still trying to get the ball out, or will he surprise Assam by bringing the ball in?
That will be interesting. Just a single that Zahid has given away in this over so far. Oh, excellent stuff. That adjusts his shot and plays it gently towards offside for a quick single.
It looked like that he had mistimed the shot. Let's have a look. Yeah, close the face of the bat very early. Leading edge. A single there for him.
He opens his account, and be an interesting tussle between Sandeep Singh and Zahid. Remember, he's a right-arm fast bowler. He's also taking the ball away from the right-handed batsman. Well, way down the leg stump. No chance. Ball is running away towards the fine leg fence for 4. 5 extras there.
What looked like a good story going for Fujairah, all of a sudden sprayed down the leg side, way far from Hamdan. And a boundary coming in. 5 extras. 2 more delivery to go from here on.
8 runs already. In fact, 7 runs already conceded by Zahid in this over. We're talking about how well he was bowling the first 3 deliveries, but then trying too much. Should be run off and middle. Very lucky that Sandeep Singh didn't get the connection right. Was way outside the off stump. I think this would be very dangerous if you do this thing to Sandeep Singh.
Surprisingly, there's no slip for Sandy. Zahid removed the slip when Sandeep came on strike. Persisting with slip for Assam. Last delivery. Beautifully picked towards the square leg region. Will be a single. And that should be it. End of 2 overs. It's 11 for none.
Saka will continue this one. Shot pulled away. It's in the air. And in the Fujairah dugout for 6.
That's a fantastic response there. Was held back for a very long time. 2 overs. No boundaries. That's not the kind of time that Sandeep takes to get going.
Transferring his weight onto the back foot and just muscling it over deep mid wicket for 6. 17 runs on board for Ajman. This time full and over the deep point. 4 more.
Back-to-back boundaries coming in for Sandeep. A 6 and follow that with a boundary. angling this ball away from the right-hander and slashed really hard.
Excellent batting there from Sandeep Singh. Was very watchful in the first over, and now he's targeting Saqib. Got a 6 on the onside, and then a 4 as he comes in for the third time in this over. Was in the air. Was a slow one from Saqib. Well read by Sandeep Singh. 21 for naught.
You're right, changing the pace, and that definitely helps when you take the pace off the ball, and especially on this surface where the ball grips a bit. 21 for no loss Ajman. Considering that they haven't lost a wicket, it's a good start.
Once again, a pull shot from Sandy. It's in the air. And, well, it was Zahid. Skipper is not happy with him.
Well, these catches are difficult, Shajid. They're not very easy, and especially when you're running away and trying to take a catch from over the shoulder. Went over the shoulder. The ball was away from him. The ball was across, and he clearly didn't judge it well. Lucky life there for Sandy.
2 more deliveries to be bowled, and now it will be Saeed Isam. This one angling away. A cutter from Saqib. Failed to anticipate that one. Look at that.
Saqib, after being taken for runs, has come back really good. 10 runs in the first 2 deliveries, but after that has come and controlled it really well. Last delivery of the over. Beautifully timed there. Shuffled across and took it from the mid-stump line. Went all the way towards the fence, 4 runs.
Excellent shot there from Isam. It's not an easy shot to play. We'll talk about that. 3 overs gone, Ajman. 26 for naught. So Dafa News fun fact, Australia is the only team to whitewash every single test playing nation in test cricket.
The sheer dominance of the side called Australia. In 1999, today was the day when they won their second ODI World Cup. Steve Waugh's team lifted the World Cup trophy and then didn't look back. They in fact equaled West Indies' record of winning the World Cup twice. After that, 2003, 2007, 2015, 3 more World Cups added to their kitty.
What a team that was. Now, Umair Ali Khan, been introduced for the first time. 6 matches, 8 wickets to his name. And look at that economy rate. Under 5. Comes in and bowls a slow one. A leg cutter. Played it gently towards offside. We have seen Umair bowling in the previous few matches where he relies heavily on his leg cutters. Comes in and bowls that around off stick consistently. Has been very difficult for the batters to pick him. Sandeep Singh. What is he planning against Umair? Wicketkeeper is standing up too, and the fine leg is up in the circle. Third man inside the ring, backward point. Again, a defensive shot that's very difficult.
Umair Ali Khan is a very tricky customer. He's absolutely able to change the pace of the game at his will.
His action, we have talked about that. Reminds me of Ryan Harris of Australia, though he bowls at 145. He may be bowling at 115 or 120.
He's dropped a little bit of pace, but his accuracy, his line and length is phenomenal.
Without any doubt, Sandeep Singh is finding hard to pierce the gap of the bowling of Umair. Two more deliveries to be bowled. And this time, almost a cotton bowl chance there, but checks his stroke at the very last moment and having a nice look at the two end of the bat. Couldn't get the connection right. His variation, not able to anticipate the bounce.
Pulled this time and taken. Zishan takes the catch. And there's a slight celebration. And that is it. Ajman lose their first wicket in the face of Sandeep Singh.
Well, they're saying that you can't hit, but you were trying to play that shot again and again. And then giving a nice stare at Umair was Sandeep Singh. Look at that. Wasn't that short? And there was a fielder for that particular shot that Sandeep Singh was trying to play. He's out for 14. And Ajman 26 for 1. Well, Zaid continues from the pavilion and first delivery. Picked up easily by Syed Isam for a single. The new batsman in is Sagar Kalyan. We'll talk about that dismissal. Look at that. Onto the back foot. Wanted to clear that infield, but played it straight to the fielder at short mid-wicket. Intelligent thinking there by Mohammad Wasim and, of course, Umair to the fielder at short mid-wicket. Intelligent thinking there by Mohammad Wasim and, of course, Umair Ali Khan. For him, 5 fielders on the offside. Point, backward point. That's the area where Kalyan would be targeting. He's very strong. Anything short wide outside the off stump. And there you go. The point fielder has been pushed back. So there is a deep point, is backward point. The fielder at extra cover and mid-off up inside the 30-yard circle. And this one moving away. Teasing line from Zaid. Was poking at that one. Would be very, very dangerous. It was way away from his body. We have seen batsmen after getting a boundary, their eyes lit up and they tried to play that shot and they end up giving a simple catch to the backward point or outer half of the bat gets in contact with the ball.
This time towards the fine leg region. Good call there by Assam. Didn't go for it. A dot ball. That's the dugout there for Ajman. On your far left was Nasir Aziz, one of the senior most players in the circuit.
Bit expensive this over from Zahid. Definitely would look to improve that by breaking this partnership of Sagar and Syed Assam. This one full comes down the track. It's in the air, but protection there in the deep. Just a single. Excellent thinking there from Sagar Kalyan. Not slashing it hard. He knew that there was a fielder. "32 runs on board." Remember, after this delivery, just no over left as far as power play session is concerned. Two fielders maximum will be outside the 30-yard circle. Outside edge, and there was no slip. We're talking about having one, and result is that Isam will be getting a boundary. 5 overs gone. Ajman 36 for 1.
Umair comes into play, and this time again guided towards the third man. Does it have enough legs? Yes, it does. A boundary to start with. Fresh over. And Shruti has been welcomed with a boundary yet again. Let's have a look at this. Slide width on offer. Opening the face of the bat. Letting the ball glide away towards the third man fence. Asif gives in a fair chase.
That's been the norm, I guess. Every time I walk in, there is a boundary to welcome the audience as well. Everybody is here to
Very
watch
smart.
that.
Very, very smart there, Shruti. Straight towards the third man. No run taken there.
A decent start for Ajman so far. 40 for 1. Last over of power play in progress. Umair. Fantastic bowling so far.
Got across the line. Uppishly played. Does the ball have enough? Yes, it does. 4 runs.
Maximizing the power play, where you got only 2 outside manning the boundaries.
Well, Sandy over here, he's smiling, but he wasn't smiling a while back when Umair got his wicket. And there were a few words that were exchanged. Umair literally saying, listen, don't try and hit me. Sandy paying the price.
Umair coming in to bowl this. Once again, going towards the boundary. Well fielded there. A complete chase of sorts. I could hear that doom music going on in my head. With the way he followed the ball. Just a single there.
That's right. Vishnu Sukumaran there. Running hard. Stalled it for sure. Sagar on strike. Again doing the same. Playing towards the short third. And is that a wicket? Oh my God, look at that. That was poor running. Sagar played it behind square, so it was Issam's call. And looks like the umpires want to check it.
That's a very comfortable wicket. An unfortunate departure for Ajman. They were doing pretty well. And there wasn't really any hurry as such for that single.
That's right, Shruti, but then also Issam was on the non-striker's end. Whenever the ball goes behind the batter who's played the shot, it is always the non-striker's call. So Issam called, he ran, and he knew that he was going towards the danger end. He should have probably done a little more, or should have said, no, I can't run. Issam, 10 of 8, second wicket down for Ajman.
Things changed so drastically, with one wicket here and there. Ajman looking so strong in the first 3 overs, and now they are 2 down.
You're right. Ansh Tandon, meanwhile, now comes in. A flamboyant batter.
Just what you rightly pointed out that was missing. Quick running. So Ansh is here to fill that gap.
Very well spotted, Shruti. Down the leg side. And that should be the end of the over. Oh, it's been called a wide. It's been called a wide. Going down the leg side. Ansh moving across. There have been times when the umpires have not gone in the batter's favour. They've stayed in the bowler's favour, considering that... now this should be a wide again. This definitely will be a wide. Oh yes, back-to-back wides. Umair had done really well. Picked up a wicket, Shruti, and then caught a run out too.
Sometimes they have a ploy in their mind. It, if doesn't fall in line, it goes here and there. But I'm sure that Ansh would be happy with these 2 deliveries. Gives him time to settle.
Down the leg side again, shuffling across. Ansh is playing extremely smart. He knows that these deliveries, generally, they go down the line, and also the right-hand, left-hand combination.
Waiting for the last delivery from last 3 deliveries. Umair coming in once again. Hope this one's the legal one to end the over, end the power play. Ajman now 49 for 2.
A good call there. Dot ball to end the over. 6 overs gone. It's 49 for 2. Sandeep Singh Sandy, 14 of 18, got out on an Umair Ali Khan delivery. Syed Issam followed quickly, a run out. And now Sagar and Ansh will take the proceedings in their control. Yasir Kaleem, Hamid Khan and Nasir Aziz to follow. 49 for 2. Look at that extras, Shruti. 10 runs have come in form of extras, including the 5 wides. And then 3 coming in the previous over. While Ruhan Mustafa now takes charge. Shruti, let's set the timer. 30 seconds and the over is gone.
A sign of they're taken a single. A sign of a great bowler. Doesn't want to give too much time to the batter.
You're right, Shruti, but then maybe this over might be a little slow as compared to his own standards because there's left-hand, right-hand combination. So the fielders will have to keep changing. That might give us a little breather. We can take half a sip of water meanwhile.
Maybe you can tell us a story about how Australia won. And today also we see a team in yellow pretty much ruling the boards for this tournament.
That's a very interesting comparison you make. The gold and green, Australia, 1999. Meanwhile, Ansh slashes and it goes towards the covers. Will get a single. Played on today's day, the 1999 World Cup Finals against Pakistan. And won it very comfortably.
How do you remember so much of? Huge shout there. Rohan is completely convinced, but umpire isn't.
That's right. That was a very, very big shout. Umpire is asking Mustafa to continue. Rohan Mustafa stood there like a statue. I think the height is an issue. Similar delivery, but this time connects. A single there.
Style of that Natraj shot, I see.
That's right.
Something that Kapil Dev made popular. In fact, yesterday, talking about facts, in fact, yesterday was the day when he hit 175 in that mighty 83 World Cup.
Well, and you've been telling me that I remember things.
I read too. With that, it's the end of the Rohan over. Just given 3 runs so far. 7 overs gone. 52 for 2 Ajman.
Umair Ali Khan waiting for that ball again, plays it towards the third man region. Now this is the difference. This is the difference between Isam and Ansh Tandon. Again played it straight towards the third man region. And this time the fielder was Wasim, who's even better a fielder. A quick flat throw, but Ansh inside.
Let's take a look at that. That quick running and great save by Ansh off his wicket. 8th over in progress. Ajman 53 for 2. Need to maybe accelerate a little bit now.
Trying to get on top of this ball. Got a single there. Wasim is a phenomenal fielder, a fantastic batter. Get to see him later in the day.
With the height that he has, I don't think so if there can be any ball that goes past him.
No, he's a gun of a fielder, Shruti, I can tell you that. A very strong arm when he throws. And very safe pair of hands when it comes to catches.
Only one.
Played away. Going towards the fielder, taken just a single.
They're probably trying to build a partnership here, Ansh and Sagar.
Shaba.
Big shout there, big shout there. The umpire's not agreeing. They feel it's an inside edge. The The umpire thinks, nope.
Umair looked confused, but umpires know the best. There's a little smile to relax the situation there. Friendly faces.
Ansh on strike. He's coming in round the wicket. Look at that. That under edge could have gone anywhere, Shruti. Lucky there, Ansh. Again, a similar delivery. But this time connects, gets a single. And that should be the end of the over.
There's the bowling card for Fujairah. Umair, with his 3 overs done, an economy of 5, has been the pick of the bowler. And also Rohan giving just the 3.
That's right, Shruti. Other 2 bowlers, Saqib and Zahid, have been expensive. 18 runs each for their 2 overs. And extras mounting to 10. Yes, no, and safe. Rohan comes into bowl. Driven straight to the mid-off region. Wasim there.
Rohan back in attack. Again, just given the single so far. Again, a appeal, taken a single, putting a lot of pressure on the batsman. I believe by the constant appeals, they're also like worrying for themselves and their wicket.
You're right. Appealing is a good form of putting pressure. Single there. But then appeal has to be valid. I mean, excessive appealing could lead to fines on players, at least on the international circuit. If you do unnecessary appealing, the umpire might just reprimand you.
Punched it back to the bowler. No run taken. It's interesting though. I mean, how it's always kept as a gentleman's game. Nothing brutal around here allowed. Taken a single to end the over. It's 9 overs gone. 60 for 2, Ajman. Wasim coming into attack for the first time in this innings. 9 overs gone, hitting the halfway mark.
Straight to the fine leg fielder. A dot ball, in fact. The other day, I saw Mohammad Wasim bowling the off spinners, and I was wondering what was he doing. But I'm glad that he's gone back to his medium pace. Very accurate with his line and length. Short delivery. Gets a single towards point. Well, yeah, so this is us. That's Shruti. That's obviously Neil.
Neil with the beard.
Wasim is on with the ball while Ansh will be ready to face him. They definitely have faced each other a lot many times within the UAE camp during the trainings. Both a part of the UAE setup. Three more deliveries to go. Quick look at the field. The right hand left hand combination. Backward square leg. There is deep mid wicket and also a long on, long off. Oh, edge! Chance there. A chase is on, but the ball will win the race. 4 runs. Runs coming in for Sagar. It doesn't matter how they come, but there was a chance. Hamdan Tahir, a slightly late reaction, hit the thumb of his glove and the ball went speeding.
Ajman 66 for 2. 9.4 overs gone. Wasim fantastic with his bowling today. And that too also was not really something that was preempted.
That's right. That was more of an
Aftermath.
opportunity. Yeah, I mean, it was an opportunity there for the wicketkeeper to take that. Ended up becoming a boundary. Definitely not on Wasim. One last delivery to go. Banged it short. Over the third man fielder. Will race away towards the fence. A very smart cricketing shot by Ansh Tandon. 4 runs. And that should be the end of the over. An expensive Wasim over comes to an end. 10 overs gone. 71 for 2. And the players will go into for drinks.
Well, after the drinks break, Shoaib Ahmed joining me in the comm box. The second half of this Ajman batting performance is going to be critical. 71 for 2 in the first 10 overs. This is a good start.
Definitely a good start for Ajman against a strong Fujairah. But important that they finish off as well. As we were having a conversation, yes, they've started decently well, but how they end is going to be a major factor in deciding how and which way is this game going to turn.
Well, that result before this game, Dubai beating Emirates Blues has opened that table up nicely. Ajman, Abu Dhabi, Dubai and Emirates Blue all vying for that third and fourth position. So all to play for here for Ajman.
Yes, and Rohan Mustafa, he's keeping it tight. Look at that bowling figures. 2.2 overs, 8 runs. Oh, that's hit. That hit very well from Ansh Tandon. Right from the middle of the bat, it was in the range and straight over Rohan Mustafa's head. That's gone for 6.
A confident looking shot. He was struggling a bit, Ansh. That was in the slot. And straight down the ground. Hits that sponsor sign.
Give him some confidence. Just 8 runs before this delivery. That's what Rohan conceded in his 2.2 overs. So still a good bowling performance from Fujairah.
Well, Yasir Kaleem, the captain, yet to come. Hamid Khan yet to come. Shahnawaz Khan as well. So a lot of batting in that Ajman dugout. The umpire taking out a new set of white balls because they've lost that previous one.
Yes, Mohammad Wasim still looking for that ball. 78 for 2, 10.3 overs. So run a ball, Ansh Tandon, 15 deliveries for his 16, and Sagar is on 28 of 22, and Abdur Rahman was caught live in action.
I was just trying to make sure that picture had no restrictions, no obstructions. And our director, he's a smart cookie, cut at the wrong time for me, right time for everyone else. There you have it. Rohan Mustafa has a new white ball in his hand. We'll start again. Well, it's the Ajman leadership or management. Sunil Rana on your right. Our beloved Mudassir Ali in the middle. Mr. Tahir Baloch, father of Hamdan Tahir, the wicket keeper of Fujairah.
Well, I think he's injured himself. Yes, he's in immense pain. That's not looking good for Ansh Tandon. I'm sure he's twisted his ankle, and I can't bear that visual.
Well, he looks in a lot of pain, wincing. It's the knee. Has that knee buckled while turning? Oh, that's a combination, Shoaib. The ankle, as you mentioned, and the knee as well. Well, I hope he has not done a lot of damage to that leg of his. Well, Ansh Tandon, he's been run out in the process. Good to see that from Fujairah, helping him off. Very, very unlucky. Ansh Tandon was looking very good. Hit a monster 6 just the ball before. Maybe that's 6. And then that break in concentration not helping at all.
Yes, that yes-no situation. And when you try to turn back, that's when that injury took place. That's how that panned out. Yes, and then that looked very nasty. I don't want to see that in slow motion. But yes, he must be in immense pain.
Well, I've never seen that before, but I honestly believe he twisted both his feet, the left one and the right one. There's still a bit of a delay. Well, this is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think Fujairah has asked Anstanden to come back if he can. Just let me confirm this a bit. Yes. Well, this is good sportsman spirit. If that is the case, if they're asking Anstanden to come back, I think there was a moment where somebody in the field was saying, don't run him out, because he had fallen down.
That's right. And Yasir Kaleem will continue, but I think what has happened is he's been retired hurt and not dismissed, and we might just see him back in action once he gets the medical treatment that he needs. But as you rightly mentioned, this is sportsman spirit of the highest level, and that is why we love this game so much. It's not only about slam bang cricket, it's also about these gestures that make this sport even more enriching.
Well, very good to watch that. If that is the case, we'll have to see if he does get to bat at all. Yasir Kaleem, in the meantime, takes strike. Rohan Mustafa is enjoying himself. Lot of banter. And of his bump. No, yes, there it is. 78 for 3 now at the end of 11.
Sagar Kalyan, he's still out there in the middle. And he'll be facing Maroof, the leg spinner. Starts off with a slower delivery outside off. It's been played in the gap. So there's no extra cover fielder for Maroof. That extra cover fielder is on the boundary ropes. So a deep extra cover. And 3 men on the off behind square. So a short third man, backward point and a point fielder. And a short fine leg on the onside.
But I think the aim is to bowl full that field to a leg spinner. Very difficult to bowl that and then have nobody, as you said, at extra cover in the circle. There you can see that's the leg side field for the right-hander, and then those 3 fielders right next to each other. Square of the wicket.
Brings out the reverse, but straight to the fielder. That could have gone anywhere. And look at Sagar Kalyan. He knows he's missed an opportunity. Just had to clear the 30-yard circle, but couldn't do it.
What a reaction. It's as if a bowler has missed a wicket. Batsman saying, oh. And again, this is good bowling. Very good bowling from Maroof. Bowling to a plan, which is the important thing here. And bowling quick.
That's a half-hearted shot, but in the gap will beat Rohan Mustafa and will go all the way. 4 runs signaled by Mohammad Asif. That's a good shot from Sagar Kalyan.
Well, a good shot indeed. But I will question the positioning of long off. Very square. When you have that protection on extra cover outside, the long off has to be straight.
Yes, I think the plan is to bowl outside off and then turn the ball away. That's when that wide long off fielder comes in. That is the line that he's supposed to be bowling. And if you bowl that line, then your field is right. But if you're bowling closer to the stump, As you rightly mentioned, Abdurrahman, that long off fielder has to be straighter. 12 overs gone. Just one poor ball in that over. That was played for a 4, 85 for 2, Ajman.
Well, that's a tough news. Fun fact, Rahul Dravid spent 44,152 minutes at the crease in tests, the most by any batsman. And there is no surprise. You will tell us what his nickname was.
Well, he's the wall. You just build a wall and forget about it. That's what Rahul Dravid was in Test cricket. Once he goes out to bat, he'll stay there as long as it takes. Well, that was in minutes. I'm wondering if that fun fact was in seconds.
Well, I'm just going to do a little bit of maths. For 44,000 minutes in an over at 4 minutes and over, that's 11,000 overs. Unbelievable.
11,000 overs. Straight back, and that's it. Rohan Mustafa. Well, it has hit him. Today is a day of injuries, it seems like. It was Ansh Tandon before, now it's Rohan Mustafa on his knees.
Oh, he's in a lot of pain. Rohan Mustafa.
Yeah, that was hit straight. Oh! Well, we don't want to talk about that because that has hit him where it hurts the most.
The unmentionables. That's what they are called. I'll tell you what, other than Rohan Mustafa, everybody is laughing and has a smile on their face.
Yes, true. It's funny for the others, but only the man who's been hit knows what he's going through. And no magic spray for somebody who's hit. So yes, slowly but steadily Rohan Mustafa is back on his feet.
Well, he continues. The ball is in the air. There's a fielder coming underneath it. It's safe. Yasser Kaleem going for that cover drive inside out. And Rohan Mustafa, what a champion. He's back on his feet. Still in a lot of pain. But he'll complete that over, I think. And then walk out. That's the last over of his spell.
Nice. That one, a quicker delivery. Did not time it too well, Sagar Kalyan, but he's looking good. He was rested for a few games, and now he's come back with a vengeance. He has to prove a point, and that's good news for Ajman because they need somebody to bat and bat till the end.
Again in the slot, inside out. Here is the fielder in the deep, Vishnu Sukumaran. Cleans up.
Well, let me also tell you, this is the slowest over Rohan Mustafa has ever bowled in his life.
Well, you can't blame him, Shoaib. Short delivery this time. Again, it's only Rohan Mustafa, the champion, could have even thought of completing the over. He's walking off, but he's bowled a very good spell. 19 runs conceded in his 4. No wicket to his name. 90 for the loss of 2 wickets. Ajman at the end of 13. Well, Maruf continues the new over. 7 conceded in the last one that he bowled. In the slot this time. It's in the air. Gone up a long, long way. And Zahid is not going to drop that. Maruf Merchant strikes. This is a big wicket and a good wicket for the youngster.
Yes, Maruf has been rewarded for his hard work and his consistency. He bowled that little fuller, and that is what made Sagar Kalyan play that shot. Cross-batted, not in the right position to play that shot, and finds the fielder. Good catch in the end from Zahid. And Maruf Merchant, he gets a wicket. Sagar Kalyan, 37 of 31. Ajman, 90 for 3.
New batsman walking in is Hamid Khan, number 99. We'll have to see if Ansh Tandon does come into bat. In the slot. But they have cover. At cover. Umar Farooq does well.
Oh, that was hit hard, and that's his strong zone, Yasir Kaleem. If you've seen him play, you will know that that is his favourite area. And immediately you saw Hamdan Tahir at the stump mic saying, "Nahi, you don't have to bowl there." They've got protection, and they've just get a couple of runs, but that's a much better line and length from Maruf.
And good pace as well. He's not trying to bowl quick. That's Mohammad Azhar. He'll have a big role to play with the ball. .167 strike rate for Hamid Gul. Unbelievable stats. Full toss. It's in the air. One bounce. Very lucky Hamid Khan.
I'll have to give you credit for reading that stat in less than half a second. Sharp eyes, but yes, he's got a very good strike rate. He is a very explosive batter. That's what has come out from whatever we've seen him bat in this edition of SkyExchange.net Emirates D20 powered by FanCode.
Well, he's cut it in the gap. He's found the boundary. You can hear again Hamdan Tahir from behind the stump saying unlucky, unlucky. But that was a good shot by Yasir Kaleem. He's found the gap to perfection.
Yes, that was played really well. Front of square. Slammed it. Good willow in his hand, Yasir Kaleem. And he's got some power in those wrists and forearms. Brings out the sweep this time. Played backward of square. This is a good shot, not a bad ball. Won't go all the way. Good effort in the field by Vishnu Sukumaran. Will give them 2 more runs. 14th over comes to an end, and the score, Ajman reached that triple figure mark, 100 for 3.
But that's the scorecard. And that's why it says 3 wickets, because they have taken back that appeal of Ansh Tandon's run out. So he's been declared retired hurt, which means he could come back to bat, as you said, Shoaib. Mohammad Azhar, Nasir Aziz, Shahnawaz Khan yet to come. 100 for the loss of 3 wickets. 14 overs done, 6 overs in hand, and you have to say you'll have to target that 155, 160 mark.
Yes, we've seen quite a few fun facts. Another fun fact coming your way, but this one is just through our research. Of course, today is June 20th, and 3 Indian greats made their debut on June 20. Rahul Dravid on June 20, 1996, Virat Kohli on June 20, 2011, and Saurav Ganguly on June 20, 1996 as well. So June 20, suppose Zidli has to be a good day for Indian cricket. Some really good greats of Indian cricket debuting on that day.
Well, Hamid Khan gets a single, and Shoaib Ahmed, I'd mark that date down in the diary if I'm the selector of Indian cricket, and make sure everybody debuts on June 20th if they can, because it's not just three of the best batsmen ever that have played for India, but three of the best captains as well.
That's true. Takes the outside edge. This time the skipper, the captain Yasir Kaleem, will get a boundary, a chase for Zishan, but he doesn't get there in time. Umair is not happy, but Ajman will be mighty pleased with those runs coming in.
Well, yeah, quick boundaries now for Yasir Kaleem. First, boundary against Maroof in the previous over, and then this one here against Umair Ali. Some quick runs coming. Unstundin ready to get back into the action. And there, the leg cutter. Trademark Umair Ali Khan. The best part is when he bowls that delivery.
Well, healthy banter between the two. He's asking him to bowl quick for a change, but that is what his strength is. Umar Ali Khan, again, that leg spinning delivery. Hamid gets hold of it, plays it in the gap, and will be a single.
Well, what I was saying before that was there's no distinct change in his action. That is the important part. The run up, the release, everything is the same. But the ball is coming much, much slower. And again the leg cutter.
That's true. What you have to do as a batter is think of Umair as a leg spinner and play and be ready for the slower deliveries. That's when you can actually try and hit those big hits.
Well, the very good point there, Shoaib. Another giveaway is the keeper is up to the stumps. So that means majority of his deliveries are going to be those slower leg cutters or leg spinners, as you said. And to take you through the next 5 overs is going to be Shrijit and Ijaz Ahmed. Ajman 109 for 3 at the end of 15.
Thank you, Abdul Rahman. And good evening to all our viewers. Meanwhile, a slow off cutter played it towards deep where Usman was stationed. So I think they are trying to really put brakes. And the way Wasim has captained his side is stupendous. Right from the very first game, not allowing anyone. He has got a game plan for each and every batsman, each and every player. And what a shot that! but unfortunately there was fielder and completes that catch. Well, that was right from the middle of the blade. It reminded me of Mahendra Singh Dhoni coming down the track and just whipping it. Not happy at all. And this is the time to welcome my good old friend Ijaz. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you very much. Well, the wicket just went off. The skipper departs here at 18 runs, 13 balls he faced. There you go. They've lost 4 wickets and 110. Shahnawaz arrives. He has got 3 innings in his credit, though he's a big player. Wouldn't see that not that muscular. Oh, slower delivery. And Saqib is bowling with superb kind of mind strategy.
I think now he is more concentrating on bowling off cutters. And I think Sultan in the dugout is itching to bowl on the surface, especially after looking the spinners from Fujairah were getting spin, who were getting the ball to jump off the surface. Full, played it in the air. Has it got the distance? No, straight to Wasim. Another wicket goes down. It's Hamid. This is where you need to bowl consistently, because from there you need to have that muscle to clear that long off, but played it straight to the fielder at mid off, beg your pardon, long off, and Hamid Khan goes for 5 and Ajman 1-1-0 for 5.
Unstanden back into the playing area. Good news, but I think that when he was coming downstairs, there was some sort of limping. He was not comfortable while walking here. His gait was slight bit of not comfortable.
This one full outside the off, some good looking drive there, but straight to the fielder. They're bowling with a plan. They're not allowing the batsmen to free their arms. We are into 16th over, final delivery to be bowled. Good thing about Fujairah bowlers is still they are keeping things very tight. Unlike what we saw in the previous match where Ramesh Shehzad, what he did was a magnificent victory for Dubai. Meanwhile, a full length delivery has been played towards deep point. 2 runs for Ansh. 16 overs gone. Ajman 1-1-2 for 5.
जानू भाई थोड़ा देख के भाग
Srijit, Ajman did start well. They were after the flyer. Couple of good big overs like 12 to 15 runs came in, but suddenly they just lost the momentum. Courtesy good bowling like 5 wickets down at this stage where Shahnawaz arrives here and Ansh slight bit of in pain. So what do you expect like closing a day in this inning? 150 might be touchable here.
Yeah, either of these two go bang bang, I think 150. And what we saw in the previous match, I think anything can happen. Even 160 is not that far, but they have to score runs quickly. Well, by doing this, they won't be able to, because intelligent thinking there by the bowler. They're outplaying the batsman. They're trying different things, but it is the bowler who comes up on the top. Look at that. Slow one, follows the batsman. He knew that he was trying to scoop it. So what does he do? Just follows him with that slow one. 113 for 5, Ajman. As this one, it's in the air. Not where he intended to play that one, because another slow ball, off cutter. He played it very early. Toe end of the bat was in contact.
Yes, it was a miscue because when you're not timed to the perfection to those shots which are you're good to play, because sometimes you're a good driver. Sorry, and sometimes you're a good puller. You can hook well. You play straight drive well. So you may make mistakes by playing those kind of shots. When you are not in a good nick, you're making mistakes. So you see that he's just making that short ball. That shot to make it like on the ground all along. Because a good drive is there. Hit on the bat and straight away it touches the soil.
I think from that length to score a 6 or 4 is very difficult, because we look at the field position. He's bowling full length deliveries. He has got a fielder at deep cover. This is backward point. And there is extra cover. He's bowling according to the field setup. As again a full length delivery. Inner half of the bat. In contact. Completed one. They're looking. This could be dangerous. But Ansh sends him back. Rightly so.
Yes, you're talking about field positions. I think that captain has just given a good try. Like that, this has been well spread field. Though that one fielder at short fine leg in 30 yards. Then there's a space towards onside. Third man is up, backward point. There you can see the super cover patrolling at boundary and long off. He was just trying to make that shot. Goes over the wicket keeper. Earns 4 runs.
4 to end the over. Ajman 17 overs gone. 1-2-1 for 5.
उसने अपनी डिसीजन वापस ले ली ना, इनको बोल दिया कि वांट्स टू बैट सॉरी मतलब तो उधर हमने अपनी डिसीजन वापस ले ली। मेरे को सागर भाई अब मैं मार के जितना जा रहा था बैटिंग कर पता चार्जेस में सीधा किया, मैं अपने आप से कर रहा था, सीधा नहीं हो रहा, मैं डर गया था कसम next time. Thank you.
Saqib will continue from the far end. A slow one, it's in the air and over the mid-wicket fence for 6. Was a slow one, an off-cutter. He read that quite early and right from the middle of the blade.
That was a good hit. He was just in slot. Big swing and taken that area deep in wicket. Good shot. In these dying moments, such kind of shot will surely give a boost to your run rate.
Again a slow one, and this time over the long on fence. Very predictable. Was eyeing that middle and leg stump of Shahnawaz, and you can't do that. Very predictable.
Yeah, Sujit, 2 shots. You can say like towards onside, so he's good on onside. So you need to check your bowling. Make a slower one towards offside. And if he's good enough to play that inside out, he will surely hit you. But really a good battle here between Saqib and Shahnawaz. Bat and ball.
This time slightly short, much better line. It's in the air. We'll get just a single for that shot. So that's the line. Let him use his power to clear the fence. And the previous first 2 deliveries that he bowled, it was in his arc, and that follow through was stupendous. There was powerful shots from Shahnawaz, and now it's Ansh who will be taking strike against Saqib.
There you go, he's gone tall, high up into the sky. Somebody from out of this fence will take that. This has gone too high. 6 runs. This is turning to be a good over. Look at that, 40 runs given away by Saqib in 2 wickets.
Well, was the third 6 in this over. 2 from Shahnawaz and this one from Ansh. That too on the back foot, look at that. Was high and just over that fielder's head. Was the skipper who was stationed at the long on. Again a slow one, this one up in the air. Falls short of Mohammad Wasim. Just a single. They are getting runs, this, that over, whichever eyeing for.
Yes, exactly. It's really a quick fire. So every team requires such kind of hitter like Shahnawaz. There you can see on your screens that he's just settling down. Very easy and comfortable to hit big shots.
A slow one, and what a shot that! There was no distance at all. It was height. I for one thing thought that it will clear the fence, but straight to the fielder. Shahnawaz had to go back to the pavilion. He was in a great position. Look at that. On one knee. Got the elevation, not the distance.
But I think that he has done his job in 5 deliveries by scoring 15 runs. What a knock that was in 6 deliveries. In fact, it's 6 down at 141. Sultan Ahmed. 4 innings in his credit, while getting just 1 run. I think that he's also the sort of player who used to go big and can give his wicket on the very first delivery. Sort of player. Should try a big one. Joke apart.
This one, outer half of the bat was in contact. Took the outside edge. And a fumble there behind the stumps that allowed them to go for a single. 142. At one stage we were talking about whether they'll be reaching 150. Now they're in a position to even get to 160. Ansh still in the middle. 32 of 25. Shah Nawaz was looking good. Those 2 sixers that he hit on the onside.
Still, you have got time. Anything like a single run will count here when they will be finishing this inning. Down the wicket, just wasting time. I think that if he should have been staying there, trying to make the room towards third man region, like opening up the blade of the bat and can earn runs rather than going in front of the wicket.
Thinking was good on that occasion from Zahid. He knew that the batsman was coming down the track. What does he do? Just fires in a ball way outside the off stump, out of his reach. Intelligent bowling in death overs. We haven't seen Yorkers yet. It was full outside the off stick. Had to dig that one out. Just the single on that occasion.
And Surajit single is better than a wasted dot delivery, because here you're 143. Anything like 150 plus will give them some sort of psychological impact on the opponent side. That score is 150 plus. You need to play some of the better cricket than the normal cricket. Ease will not be there while chasing down such kind of targets. He's taking his time. Cross seam. Back off length. Smashed away towards onside. Returning for 2 years. Good over. They're doing a good job here. And Ansh, who's on 33, just waiting on the other end. I think so that Sultan has got powerful muscles. Let's see if he can hammer one.
Yes, you rightly said that his intention was very clear to send that one out of the park. Still possible, as one good hit can get them beyond 150. Again, back of line delivery. Excellent stuff that from Zahid. Following the batsman, was very close to his body, not in a position to play that pull shot.
Yes, it was written on the ball that he will surely come down the wicket. That's why Zahid is just pitching it bit of back off length. And I think so that at this stage, Sultan should stay in his crease. Wait for the ball. And whatever is coming to him, play with a bat. Straight hit.
Again, this time a slower one. And they are appealing. I think he's safe. It was an off-cutter. Looking for a big heave-ho. But foxed by that slowness of the delivery. Look at that.
You've connected. Whoa, it was really a close call. He did land his bat there. That's a buy signal. 19 overs been bowled, Ajman. 146 for 6.
Mohammad Wasim, the skipper, has reintroduced himself for one last time in this innings. 19 overs, 146 for 6. What do you think? What will be the final score?
I think looking on to this effort here, Ansh should go on strike because he would have been there a couple of overs ago, dictate his terms. Well, like the player Sultan, who is not watching the ball properly, just trying to play a Yahoo shot. Hit a hit, miss a miss. Let's see.
I think it's 155. As outside edge flew over the fielder's head for 4. So runs are coming. Not the way he wanted to, but still they will enjoy. And with that boundary, 150 comes up for Ajman.
Yes, exactly. That's really a big effort. He was just trying to go somewhere, but had gone the other way. But you rightly said, at this stage, they will be welcoming every single run. Should be a Yorker.
Right.
I think he's bowling back of line deliveries. He's the batsman was looking at the square leg umpire.
Yes, he's given one for the over. And it's a better option. He utilised well the back of lane, the short pitch deliveries there. There you go. Just took it all the way. Deep mid-wicket. 6 runs. What a shot.
You were talking about his muscles, and there you go. He muscled it over deep mid-wicket. He had ample time in the world. I think it was bad ploy to introduce himself into the attack. He's focusing only on back of line deliveries. Don't have that variation. So far, we haven't seen that from him. As he's getting ready to bowl the penultimate delivery of this innings.
With small run up. Wasim has cut his run up there. They're going back for 2. Good running. Excellent thinking. But 1 run is short. Umpire has signaled 1 run short. So they will count only a single run here.
Yes, they are indicating that to Sultan. That happens. At times we have seen that when batsmen are in a hurry, they fail to decide whether they have dragged the bat in or not.
There you go. Just go on that deep backward point. They're coming back for 2. Wasim was just saving a bit of the question from umpire. That had I got the man here or not, but with this couple, they have completed the 20 overs. Ajman scoring 159. I think so that's really a decent one to say that we have scored something on this level.
Absolutely. I think at one stage they were really struggling to even get to 150, and now they have scored 159. 160 is the target set for Fujairah, though they have a good batting lineup. But under lights, with Ajman having good spinners, the form of Shah Nawaz, then Isam and Sultan, it will be very difficult for the Fujairah lineup.
But you will have to keep Usman Ali at the top, who is top scorer, more than 200 runs. So both sides should be having a good contest. Sandeep Singh and Syed Essam started inning well, but there's some sort of laziness, you can say, like scoring lesser runs. In middle order, batters Sagar Kalyan, Ansh Tandon, they had really a good partnership. But at the bottom line, look at the ball. 6 balls, 15 runs, Shah Nawaz Khan. Along with him, 10 deliveries, 15 runs, Sultan Ahmed. They really made a difference here in approaching to 159.
Absolutely excellent batting performance there from the middle order batting. And that's the Fujairah bowling analysis. Saqib Manshat getting 3 wickets, though the last over he was very expensive. That really spoiled his bowling analysis. And then Umair Ali Khan and Maroof Merchant, the leg spinner, getting a wicket apiece. So they got that partnership breaker delivery at regular interval, but then the last wicket, It has been stupendous. 12 extras. So which means that they have to score 160 to win this encounter. And those who have missed those key moments, here's the highlights for you.
There you go. They started well. See that all the way, all across the ground, I must say. And they have got the right piece of shots. When they started, the backup plan deliveries, took the wicket. And cut shot, getting improvisation, finding the gaps, paving their ways towards some of the high targets, all total. But sometimes some miscues really gave their wickets away or threw their wickets away. Good fielding. Pushed away, not being able to grab that ball. Backup length, right over the bowler's head, big hits, skyscrapers. But they've done lots of mistakes here in terms of running between the wickets, which should be accomplished with some of the great homework. Good drives all across the ground. So that was the time when they were flying high, trying to pose some good targets on the card. Though that wickets kept falling, but one good thing, that they didn't stop. They tried, and there you go. Shahnawaz came, and he had really a wonderful time in 16 deliveries. What a knock he has played. He tempted the bowlers well. The rest was the history. We're taking a short break. We're 160 runs required for Fujairah at 8 runs per over. We will come back to you in a short time.
20 powered by fan code. First innings is done and dusted. Ajman getting to that score of 159 for the loss of 6 wickets. Some good batting in the end and some great hitting as well. And I just think that this game is definitely going to go down to the wire. No dew, so definitely the spinners will come into play. But before we get into the live action, we've always given this platform for our youngsters to perform and excel, and one such youngster is right now with Shruti for a quick chat. So let's head down with Shruti and that special guest.
Hi, I am Shruti, and with me I have a very, very important person right now. An emerging UAE player, has played T10 for Maratha Arabians and is the youngest player to play Abu Dhabi T10. Thank you so much for joining us for the conversation.
You're welcome.
All right, so Maruf, first question that I have for you is like, when did you decide that you want to be a cricketer?
Well, I mean, back home in Mumbai, I used to play gully cricket like all those youngsters, everyone. So from there, actually, my dad picked up my talent. He wanted me to go further in cricket, and obviously he was very passionate about it. So when I started going to academies and everything, I myself got this passion that I wanted this to become my career.
Wow.
So I have worked hard on it, and yeah, I'm still looking forward.
So the day you decided that you're going to be a cricketer, from that you started obviously training, and then which was your first earliest like cricketing memory when you're like, okay, I've done well for myself?
Yeah, actually, again, this was in Mumbai. I played my first match, and that was on Astro, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and over there, back in the time, I used to be a fast bowler, a medium pacer, actually. So yeah, I did something, and my team won, which was obviously a really big thing for me because that was my first game, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
So Maruf, this is a one-on-one with you.
Yeah.
What did you do? What was that something that you did which made you win, or made your team win? Like you just said that you did something which made your team win. So you want to elaborate on that?
So I think I bowled 3 overs in that match, and I gave away like 11, 12 runs.
Wow.
With taking 2 wickets.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, that was.
Were you
that
also
was
the
some
player
memory.
of the match?
I wasn't actually. One of our players have batted really well, and he scored 70, 80, I guess. I don't remember much.
But of course, it is your earliest memory. We can't really blame you on that. I mean, if you have such great talents to begin your, career with, I'm sure that you always will go further ahead. So, talking about great talents amongst us, who is your favorite cricketer?
My favorite cricketer is obviously Virat Kohli, the worldwide famous cricketer.
Okay, and why is it your favorite? Because I believe you are a bowler and you prefer...
Yes, I mean, Virat Kohli has inspired me by a lot. His passion, his dedication towards the game, always being on time, it has really inspired me because if you want to move to the next level, you have to be dedicated towards your goal. That's
Correct. So we're continuing the conversation with Maruf here, but right now the players are on board. So let's quickly check what is happening there.
Thank you, Shruti. Yes, the players are out in the middle and we're just about to witness the first ball. Nav Pabreja is starting the proceedings against Mohammad Wasim. First ball on the pads, hits him and the ball will trickle away towards the fine leg fence for a 4. The umpire signals that, and just the right time to introduce my co-commentator Abdur Rahman Tariq in the box.
Thank you, Shoaib Ahmed. Horrible start that. Mohammad Wasim. A gift given on the rib cage, but it was always going down the leg side. Just had to get a little bit of bat on it. This is a tricky total, 160. As you mentioned, Shoaib, no dew. So spinners will play a crucial role here.
Oh, that's a very good ball. Very, very good ball. That should have been the first ball from Nav Pabreja. But this time he gets it right on the money. Beaten Mohammad Wasim on that occasion.
A trademark Mohammad Wasim walking across the stumps. The ball between that bat and pad gap. Lovely delivery. What a comeback.
Another good delivery, another good delivery. Big appeal. Nav Pabreja is very excited, the young man, but the impact clearly. Abdul Rahman was outside off.
Well, that's why Mohammad Asif has a big smile on his face. It was outside of stump, the impact. And the height as well. Yeah, just outside of stump. Very good decision by the umpire. Just the delivery before that, as I said, Mohammad Wasim walks across. His stumps goes to the offside to take that LBW out of the equation.
It's just a shuffle there, and very, very good ball from Nav after that first loose delivery. He is bowling a very tight line and length. Again, that outside off delivery was in two minds, Mohammad Wasim, whether to play that shot or not.
Not every day you see Mohammad Wasim in two minds as an opener and as a batsman. He has amazing clarity. Mohammad Wasim knows exactly what he wants to do, where he wants to play. And if he keeps bowling that same line and length, expect that inside out cover drive to come out anytime.
Oh, a short delivery, and immediately Mohammad Wasim looks towards the umpire. One for the over, and that is a good ball. Let me take the liberty and say this on air. You heard it first. Nav Pabreja, the way he's bowling, I think he's definitely going to be noticed and observed by the UAE camp. And he is definitely knocking the doors here. The way he's bowled, he is definitely a special talent.
Oh, big word, Shoaib. Nav Pabreja. Let's see if he can deliver to those expectations. This is a very good first over. Just that one delivery on the leg side that went for 4. And then 5 dot balls.
Yes, 1 over gone, 4 for no losses the score. Let's head back to Shruti down the sidelines.
Thank you, Shoaib. Yes, I am continuing the conversation with Maruf here. So, Maruf, how has been your, your experience with Emirates D20? How's been your experience, playing here in this tournament?
Well, Emirates D20 is a really big league, like right here now in UAE. So there's a lot of challenges, a lot of great players you meet. So, leveling up with these players, coming up to their level has been really great, and I look forward to, learning a lot more.
So you learn on ground and also in the nets. Which has been your, the biggest take home from all of this? What has been your biggest learning?
Well, in such big tournaments, every day won't be a day. Sometimes you won't bowl as well as you want to. You'll get hit. Sometimes you won't feel as well as you want to. So coming back in the next game with the same mindset to do well has been a big learning for me. You have to be mentally really strong to play among these big players.
Fantastic. We wish you all the very best, and we really hope that you not only become emerging, but you emerge eventually
Thanks
as
a
a
lot.
player.
Thank
you so much for joining us. So that's all from the live from here. Now back to live action with Shoaib and Abdul.
Thank you, Shruti. Yes, the young and upcoming Maruf Merchant in conversation with Shruti as Sultan Ahmed bowls the second over. Now, we were talking about the dew factor. Let me also inform our viewers that there is absolutely no dew whatsoever on the ground, and that is a good sign for Ajman, as of now at least. The dew factor, yes, some dew just might trickle in later, but as of now, no towels out.
Sultan Ahmed starts off well. Yeah, unlike yesterday, where you could literally see the water floating. It's in the air, but it's in the gap, beats the fielders, and races away. When there is no dew on this outfield, it's lightning fast in the evening.
Yes, Sultan is disappointed. He shouldn't be disappointed because, in a way, he's beaten Mohammad Wasim. Got the outside edge of the bat, just manages to clear the infield, the 30 yards, and gets a 4.
Well, I have no idea why he's disappointed. If there was Jonty Rhodes and AB de Villiers standing there, they wouldn't have reached that. It's in the air this time. And it beats the fielder. Hamid Khan covering a lot of ground but not covering enough. And that is a better shot by Mohammad Wasim.
Yes, but he's living dangerously. There was a fielder on the boundary rope, so that was a plan. And Mohammad Wasim fell for it. Luckily, he's played that in that gap and he's got 4. But I say he's still not middled one ball yet.
Looking for a single, quick single. Sagar Kalyan, the fielder they're targeting. And that is where Sultan has the right to be upset. That shouldn't have been a run.
That's right. You need to save every single run possible. Hamdan Tahir, who's on 1 of 1, is now on strike. Oh, this one is in the range. He's played that high up in the air. Will just clear the fielder again. Hamid, the fielder, he's been kept busy.
Oh, very, very unlucky. Sultan Ahmed could have easily taken not 1 but 2 wickets, but in the end has conceded 12. Fujairah 16 for no loss at the end of 2. Now Pavreja continues from the far end. Got delivery, very well bowled. The fast bowler sitting right next to me with a big hole.
That is a good ball. Good length, good line. And all Wasim could do was just play it with soft hands. Nav Pavreja, he has really impressed me. He is definitely the upcoming fast bowler. And that is what SkyExchange.net, Emirates D20, powered by Fancode, is all about. Every season you've got some diamonds that are on display. Nav is definitely one of them.
Some weight. Shahnawaz at point. Shoaib, I think you have highlighted 2 players that you like, Uzair and Nav, both fast bowlers.
Well, this tournament has been about bowlers more than the batters. Yes, Usman, he is a regular feature. He comes out, he scores tons of runs. But we haven't seen, except for Shival Bawa, who looked good. But the bowlers definitely are ruling the charts here.
Another quick single taken. Risky that one. Mohammad Azhar patrolling that cover field. And yes, from a batsman's perspective, I'd agree with you. Shival Baba hasn't scored a lot of runs but has looked the most exciting of that young batch. Hamdan Tahir is getting into the groove. Scored a good half century in the last game. But he's always been consistent amongst the runs.
That's right. And by the end of this edition of SkyExchange.net, Emirates D20 powered by Fancode, we should have a list of emerging players. And that'll be a good conversation to have. For me, Nav Pavreja is right at the top of the list as of now.
Well, he's very excited. He wants to get on with the action now.
Some movement in the air, off the pads, no run. And that is a good quality to have, Abdur Rahman. As a fast bowler, you need to be aggressive, you need to be excited, you need to be looking for aggression. There you see Zahid, the fast bowler, checking for the due. Very less due.
Well, yeah, it's not as much as it was yesterday, that's for sure.
This time the ball shaping away from Hamdan. Quick single taken there, looking for two, and they'll get them. That was played in the gap. A misfield, but luckily no damage done.
Just on the topic of youngsters, I think Dhruv Parashar is another one. Right-handed batsman, very tall. And then the usual suspects. Mohammad Waseem, Asif Khan, Muhammad Usman, Alishan Sharfu, Fahad Nawaz. From the people who have just started playing this edition of the Emirates D20, I think there are a few that we can put our names down.
Clean bowled, inside edge, and Nav Pabreja gets his wicket, the first of this game. But that is what it is. It is about being consistent, about being persistent, about being aggressive, and that is Nav Pabreja for you.
Well, he's a different breed of fast bowler, for sure. Very exciting to watch. Trying to go for that drive, feet nowhere, inside edge. Look at that celebration. That's what means to Nav Pabreja. Hamdan Tahir falls for 5, 19 for 1 for Fujairah.
Now आप इधर
The new batsman is Usman Khan, 205 runs. Very good strike rate. He has 100 to his name already.
Oh, what a good ball. What a good ball. That is some turn for Sultan. And that is, again, a good sign for Ajman. They've got 160 on the board. If they bowl well, they field well, that is definitely 180. Now, this is the best chance for any team to beat Fujairah.
Well, absolutely. The wicket is misbehaving a little bit. Keeping low. Some turn as well. Put pressure on the batsman. Oh, very well bowled by Sultan Ahmed.
That's good thinking. He knew that Mohammad Waseem is going to go for a big hit. He was making room for himself. Sultan, the experienced Sultan, darts one in.
Oh, it's in the air. It's in the air. Could this be a chance? No, it's Sandeep Singh Sandy and Hamid Khan. Both converging. The ball was always going away from them. And Sultan Ahmed, he's been very unlucky so far.
Well, Ajman should take positives from all what is happening around them. This is the time to be chirpy. This is the time to back each other. Fujairah. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. That is a glorious shot inside out. No need to run for that. Mohammad Wasim, the class of Mohammad Wasim on display.
Well, he's moved on to 20, but that's the first shot that he's middled. And what a shot it is. Trademark Mohammad Wasim. He looks so good when he plays that inside out. It's always in the air because he's never trying to keep it along the carpet, always trying to go over the fielders in the circle.
That's hammered straight down the ground again. Getting to the pitch of the ball, Mohammad Wasim, back-to-back boundaries. He's slowly but surely getting control back in his hands. That's how he likes it to be. 4 overs, 29 for 1. So that's most runs in this edition of SkyExchange.net. Emirates D20 powered by Fan Code. Usman Khan right at the top with 205 runs. Mohammad Wasim from Fujairah, number 2, 198 runs. Both of them are out there in the middle. They are playing for Fujairah, and the race is on. Who's going to be the top batter in this list? That is something to be seen. Ramesh Shehzad joining that list.
Well, number 3, Alishan Sharfu. And I'd like to see him at that number 3 slot. He's experimenting too much. When you've scored majority of your runs at number 3, stay there. In the meantime, it's Muhammad Azhar who starts a fresh over and a completely different bowler.
Why, Abdul Rahman? Why? Why would you do that? Nav Pabreja was bowling so well. One more over. He could have got another wicket, either Wasim or Usman. Heartbreaking moment for me.
Well, definitely. There, I agree with you. I thought you were asking me why would Alishan Sharfu move into number 3. We were going to have an argument on that. There's no argument that Nav Pabreja should have continued. This is why my co-commentator is extremely upset. Usman knew at the crease, facing his first delivery. Nav Pabreja, fire in the way he's bowling. And what they've gone is a spinner in the power play.
4 runs. Usman, he's on 4 of 2. Fujairah on 33 in the last 7-8 deliveries. They've scored bulk of those 33 runs.
Charges down the track. It's in the air. Is a fielding cover underneath it, and there it is. Well, there's your answer. Shoaib Ahmed, Muhammad Azhar. His trademark is remember the name, and I'm sure you won't forget now.
Well done, Muhammad Azhar. Of course, that is a very important wicket, and Usman Khan is walking back. That was his favourite shot, using his feet, getting to the pitch of the ball and donking it over long off. But this time, he hasn't middled it. And a very good catch in the end from Ansh Tandon. So yes, that decision proves to be a fruitful one. Usman Khan walks back. 4 of 3, and Fujairah in some trouble. 33 for 2.
The new batsman walking in, Rohan Mustafa. 49 runs. He's had a torrid day with the bat. Highest wicket taker of the tournament. Coming in at number 4. And Mohammad Azhar, well, went for 4. Both Shoaib and I agreed that was the wrong decision to bowl him in the power play. And then gets a big wicket.
Outside off. Played to the field there. So Rohan Mustafa, left hand, right hand combination. 2 UAE players out there on the crease. Both have batted a lot with each other.
Width again. Sagar Kalyan has done well. Another dot ball to finish the over. A very good over in the end. After that boundary, we were questioning the decision. Well, he responded nicely, Mohammad Azhar. My fellow co-commentator enjoying. Wants to get a ball. End of over number 5. Fujairah 33 for 2. And after the break, there'll be new voices. It'll be Neil and Srijit joining you in the com box.
A single there. Rohan and Wasim batting in tandem.
Expensive over. Expensive first spell rather for Sultan. 23 runs conceded by him. Comes in wide outside the off stump. Smacked it. It's in the gap. Long chase for mid-off fielder. Will he get there? No, he won't. 4 runs. Poor piece of bowling there by Sultan to talk about that delivery, that line. I've got Neil in the com box. Good evening, Neil.
Good evening, Srijit. There was a chance there for Rohan and he gobbled it literally. Slightly wide-ish by Sultan. Both of these guys have played against each other for a very long time in the national side.
Excellent delivery for Rohan. Again, a tossed-up delivery. There was turn, and he was looking to play that one towards extra cover. Inner half of the bat was in contact. Mixing his deliveries really well, Sultan.
He's very experienced, Sultan. Stepping down this time, Rohan, and played it over the bowler's head. Gone for a max.
Excellent use of the feet on that occasion by Rohan Mustafa. And he swats that one over the bowler's head for a maximum. Excellent shot.
Came to the length of the ball beautifully and wagged it past the side screen. Rohan Mustafa. Very, very talented cricketer, very experienced. And so is Sultan.
This one slightly short, opens the face of the bat at the very last moment. Past that fielder, long chase for Lukman. 2 runs there for Rohan Mustafa. And with those 2 runs, the end of another expensive over from Sultan.
सर आप पहले चेक कर लिया करें फिर शाबाश नीचे हो भट्टी साहब इस बॉल के बाद चेंज करना
Azhar coming into ball. 6 overs, 46 for 2. End of the power play. And probably that's why Rohan was going big on that over. Wasim 25 of 20. Beautifully bowled. The big shout by Yasir. He's confident.
I think his Mohammad Wasim's back leg was in the air, and that's what he's telling to the bowler that yes, we got him. Look at that flighted delivery, forcing the batsman to come forward. It's in the air. Very quick behind the stumps. Excellent line.
That's a very, very close call for the umpire. But what I see over here, his foot is out for sure. Covers. And now he's in the air. Maybe the next frame. Now the bail's dislodged and his toe is touching the ground. That was a very, very close call. The difference between Yasir's take and what Mahendra Singh Dhoni would normally do, he would not take the ball back to the body once he's collected. As soon as he gets the ball in his hands, he would instantly go for the stumps instead of the orthodox collect the ball and coming close to the body.
And that millisecond really matters. (46 for 2). Nonetheless, excellent effort there behind the stumps by the skipper, Yasir. Deft touch there from Wasim. Just a single.
Get a single there. 47 for 2. Azhar has bowled really well. Just given 5 runs for that 1 wicket in 1.2 overs.
I think Rohan is trying to attack, and on the other end, Mohammad Wasim is just rotating strike and giving maximum strike to Rohan. Some turn and bounce. Right behind the turn was Rohan. So they lost 2 wickets. But good thing about Fujairah is that they keep a price tag on their wicket. They don't gift their wicket. Toss-up delivery opens the face of the bat. And good understanding between these two batters. Got a single. That's what they do. If they're not getting boundaries, they will challenge the infielders, and that really puts pressure on the opposition. We all know that Fujairah has got good batting lineup. Penultimate delivery, opening the face of the bat at the very last moment. Intelligent cricket there by Wasim.
That's right, also very well supported by Rohan. As soon as he opened the face of the bat, played it towards the third man, the next word you heard was a yes, and Rohan just scooted, knowing the fact that he was going towards the danger end. But I tell you, when it comes to sprinting, he's definitely one of the fastest in the circuit. In the endurance test that was conducted for the UAE players, first to come was Ansh Tandon. We'll come back to that. 7 overs gone, 49 for 2.
So that's DAFA News Fun Fact. On 13 June 2018, Amelia Kerr became the youngest cricketer, male or female, to score a double century in ODIs.
A very talented all-rounder, Amelia Kerr. I first saw her when she had come to play for the New Zealand women's side, the White Ferns, at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium against Pakistan women's team. And the promise that she showed as a bowler was phenomenal there. Worked on her batting skills and became a top-notch all-rounder. But at the same ground, I saw Sophie Devine hit those big sixes and send the ball outside the stadium. They had pulled the boundary line inside because it's women's cricket, that's what they do. But Sophie Devine had sent those balls packing outside the stadium. They were found outside on the roads.
And as far as the Indian women's cricket team is concerned, Shefali Verma, an emerging cricketer, has got that ability to clear the fence. Meanwhile, Shahnawaz starts a new over, first delivery, pushed away towards onside for a single. And 50 comes up for Fujairah with that single. 8th over in progress. It will be interesting to see Shahnawaz coming from pavilion end. Got 3 wickets yesterday. Batted well. Got 2 sixes. But then couldn't really continue with that effort. As he comes in, tossed up delivery. Taps it gently and they're off for a single.
Rohan Mustafa, Mohammad Wasim. One, an extremely experienced player. And the other, a new addition to the side who's shown why he is so good. He's a product of the D format. Wasim, D10, D20, performed really well, caught the eye of the national selectors and made his way into the national side. In his very second T20 international, scored a century and has 2 centuries to his credit.
Excellent delivery that from Shahnawaz. Was trying to work that one down towards fine leg, but was a straighter one. Was looking for the turn, mixing his line very well. Shahnawaz, swing and a miss. This time it turned, and it turned sharply.
His foot was stuck firmly. This time straight to the fielder and they'll scamper for a single. They're going for the second. Overthrows. And Rohan Mustafa, told you, he is so quick. 7.33. We come to that. Remember that number. 8 overs gone, 54 for 2.
बॉयज तगड़े हो यार फील्ड में तगड़े हो यार इसके बाद चले जाना ट्रीटमेंट के लिए
Azhar continues from the other end. It's in the air. Excellent effort there in the deep. Tossed up delivery against the turn. Mohammad Wasim came down the track, and it's very difficult when the ball is turning away from you and you're trying to play that one towards onside. Excellent effort.
Also very difficult to take a catch when the ball is dipping in front of you. Rohan back on strike. I was telling you about the number 7.33. That's a score. in the 2-kilometer endurance run. 2 kilometers completed in 7 minutes 33 seconds. That's how quick he is. Look at that. A classic example of that. And see, he's willing to go for the second. Very high endurance score. And extremely fit, extremely quick. There's only one man quicker than him. And that was Untitled, playing for Ajman. His score of 7.23. 7 minutes 23 seconds. 2 kilometers.
Excellent info that from Neil. Thank you very much. As Azhar gets ready. Bowl the third delivery. Picks it as full toss, but played straight to extra cover. Very important that. And in India, it's yo-yo test. And I think Virat Kohli, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Ravindra Jadeja, why the board emphasize on having yo-yo test before every important series. Meanwhile, looking for a reverse sweep. Completely bamboozled. That one was straight outside the off stump.
This time trying to cut it. The ball stayed a little low. Well, yo-yo test is definitely one of the important tests. The parameters are structured for every team and they're different for every team. As a team, the highest yo-yo test scores, which are set as a limit, is for New Zealand. 9 overs gone, it's 59 for 2. Shahnawaz cuts it in the gap. Wasim. And the ball is racing towards the fence. Oh, very well pulled back. Nasir Aziz. My eyes can't believe this. I want to check this again. Nasir Aziz. He's one of the oldest man in the circuit. But his fitness, I tell you, he can challenge the youngest one. The one with the blue armband. Look at that. How he's overtaken the youngster Isam there. And beautifully dragged back.
Excellent relay throw. And as you rightly said, pickup was very important as this one drifting down the leg stump and wide signal by the umpire. It was a great shot from Mohammad Wasim using the depth of the crease and then just opening the face of the bat to get that gap. Meanwhile, they're dealing in single, looking for the second. This could be dangerous, but he said very quick between the wickets. And not getting boundaries. They're putting pressure on the infield fielders and on the deep fielders as well. Converting ones into twos. That's what you need to do at this stage. 160 is the target that they're chasing. And again, reverse sweep. This time couldn't get the connection. But still they will get one. He's not happy. Shahnawaz pulling his second over. Mohammad Wasim batting on 33 of 27. Rohan is at the non-strikers end. 23 of 22. For Mohammad Wasim, there is Third man shot, third man backward point. At this one, full outside the off stump. Again a single. Not happy. They need to cut those singles. There are no close-in fielders on the onside. Defensive approach from Yasser Kaleem. They're finding gaps easily. They're getting those singles and doubles, and definitely they'll get that odd delivery which will be wide outside the off stump, or poor delivery that will be dispatched out of the park.
Low full toss. Straight towards the extra cover fielder will be a single. One more delivery to go. Rohan telling Wasim this is the last ball, so go easy. A quick look at the most number of wickets taken. Rohan Mustafa sits at the top, 13 wickets for him. Fayaz Ahmed, 11. He said it's the last ball, and Wasim has gone up. There's a fielder underneath, and he takes it. Rohan had warned him, told him not to go for the big one. This is the last ball, but Ansh Tandon makes no mistake. Safe pair of hands, and Wasim departs.
Well, he's having a look at his bat. You need to blame yourself, because that, as you rightly said, that he reminded him that that's the last delivery. And that's it. 10 overs completed, and a big wicket in the form of Mohammad Wasim. 34 is what he could manage. And Fujairah 68 for 3.
Nasir Aziz punched it down. Will be a single there. Very, very experienced Nasir Aziz. Now all three players, Shruti, right now. First up, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
A change in the commentary box. Srijit makes way for Shruti.
Why would you have to tell this? I was thinking I could just pass for Shri.
No, then definitely, people would say that this version of Shri sounds really good.
Oops. I didn't say anything, Shri. If you're listening, it's not me.
So then it primarily would have been Shri replaced by Stri.
Amazing. What wordplay there? For people who don't know what Stri is, please enlighten.
Stri in Hindi means a female. Meanwhile, it's Asif who's going to be on strike.
What an unfortunate departure for Wasim. There! What did we just witness here? Nasir, cotton bowled Asif. That's a golden duck. Fujairah looking really strong in the beginning, and it's one after another.
Well, that's right. A very big wicket. Asif Khan, he's a hard-hitting bat. Can bat long and deep. But the way Nasir came in, bowled that delivery, it held up on the surface, closing the bat a little too early, leading edge straight into the hands of Nasir Aziz. He timed his jump well. He's not a very tall lad.
The jump was timed, but the clap wasn't.
Well, they timed what mattered. Asif Khan gone, 69 for 4.
Nasir coming into bowl. Umair, Rohan and Nasir. What a delight to watch. There you see that mighty catch. What presence of mind.
Dot ball there, back-to-back dot balls for Nasir.
Fantastic piece of bowling. Fantastic over so far for him. This is what winning teams are made up of. Talking about Umair, Rohan and Nasir. Last ball of the over. The most experienced side you get to see on the ground right now. The most experienced trio.
Yeah, very well observed there. 11 overs gone, 70 for 4.
Azhar comes into bowl. 12th over in progress. Rohan must be extremely disappointed right now. I remember him asking Wasim to just stay back. And then there was another fall right after that.
No, you're right, absolutely right. He did tell Wasim that this is the last delivery of the over. So hang on. But Wasim got a little too tempted. Hit it really big. And Ansh Tandon took a very good catch. Asif Khan coming in next and gave a return catch to Nasir.
89 required now.
Wow.
Chaseable.
Your mathematics is brilliant. How much did you score in your school, Shruti?
Don't get personal, Neil.
89 required of 53, and that quick single will make it 88 or 52.
Chaseable, yet defendable. Interesting space to be in as an audience. You could be swinging either ways. You don't know at this point.
Spot on. What Umair is doing, taking singles and doubles, getting to understand the surface, because he realized when Asif got out, the ball just gripped and came onto the bat a little late, because of which Asif got foxed. And that's why he's taking his time, getting those singles and doubles going.
It is hot, but it isn't as dewy as we saw it for the last 2-3 days. Probably helping the bowlers.
Very good delivery coming in. Ruhan, they're going for the second. This is what is called putting pressure on the fielders. They went for the second, shouted loud, and the pressure was straight onto the fielders. He fumbled, they got there too comfortably.
I've seen, in fact, a couple of times, they don't even make an effort to stop the second because they know that by the time the ball is going to reach, they'll be completely in. Fantastic. Rohan and Umair.
Over the umpire's head, umpire had to duck, and the ball will go for a boundary.
Umpire's really happy to see that for. What a smile that.
Well, he's probably smiling because he was safe. He wouldn't have been smiling if the ball had struck him.
Oh, that was close. Next thing you know, they might be asking for helmets as well, Rohan.
They would be using a full body armor the way Rohan's hitting.
Wow, that's gone up in the air. There's a fielder underneath. And it is taken. Wow, that's gone up in the air. There's a fielder underneath. And it is taken.
Responsibility. Selection. Okay. What is
V. Sukumaran. What a beautiful name that is. Sukumaran. That means a good boy.
That's right. Plays uppishly. That's a good shot.
Good boy plays a good shot.
That's right. We'll try and make it simpler for you. Vishnu Sukumaran. Su means good. Kumaran means a boy. So Sukumaran means a good boy.
Good boy. Hope would not say goodbye quickly. Need him to stay now to build the partnership. Fujairah completely starting afresh.
Beautiful delivery there.
I saw that swinging in. Just a little pace and it would have been different.
Wide outside off stump, slashed it. And slowly and sluggishly the ball crosses the fence. 4 runs.
I want to ask like Danny. Oh no! Wasn't there a fielder there? It's such a comfortable stroll in the park for the ball.
I'm sure if Danny Morrison is listening to this one, he's going to charge you for impersonating him, Shruti.
Oops. No copyright infringement intended. Wow, that's again whacked up. It's gone up in the air and got the distance. It's out of the park for a 6.
Huge 6 there. Went down on one knee, Umair, and sent that ball packing. There's no stopping that. Maybe our camera pen could have taken that. Not to be so.
They're charging like the winning side they are. Really need to do that now. Absolutely important. What do you think, Neil, at this juncture? Which way the game is swinging? Which way the match is swinging?
Well, till 2 balls back, I thought that Ajman had made enough inroads. They had picked up the right set of wickets.
But now there's some refurbishment happening on the roads.
Well, yes, the roads definitely look much better for Fujairah now. A 4 and a 6 back-to-back, 10 runs in 2 deliveries.
So far, it was a great bowling. But when Fujairah charges, finally got the ball and it's just a single this time. Oh no, they have run for another one. That is the running that Neil has been talking about. In fact, I remember you talking to Shri also about yo-yo. How important it has been for all the athletes to be fit. You yourself, in fact, being an SNC, working with the national team, what do you think has been the progress so far?
Now, yo-yo test definitely is a very good parameter to check the fitness of athletes, be it any sport, football, rugby, cricket, any of the sports. Most of the sporting bodies, they perform these tests to their athletes. In fact, there is a cut-off range. We'll come to that. No is the call, and they won't go for it. Dot ball to end the over. We'll continue with our conversation in a bit. Shahnawaz will come into bowl.
Fujairah 92 for 5, 13 overs gone. Now requires 68 more of the remaining 7 overs. That's 42 deliveries.
That's right.
If the way Umair is charging, it seems like a walk in the park, just like that ball did. Taken a very comfortable single. Umair was almost just looking at the ball, not really started running. He's like, okay, we've got one. Take
Yeah.
it.
Also, Umair was going towards the danger end, so he knew that he had to keep an eye on the ball. Generally, one would say he was ball watching, but then he realized that the ball has gone beyond Vishnu. beyond Shahnawaz, beg your pardon, and hence
He
didn't
ran.
really bother. Meanwhile, uppishly played into the cover fence. Good piece of fielding there, but we'll have to check. Did his body touch the ropes when he was
While
picking up the
he
ball?
was touching the ball. Was there a relay with the body and the ball?
Okay. So he says it's okay, and the umpires will have to trust him.
65 required of 40.
Let that ball go.
Also, maybe he was ball watching because he wants to ensure that he's around. He knows he can hit those big ones, bring the home closer to the match.
65 or 40, and with that single, change that to 64 of 39. He's in the top 5 wicket takers list, Shahnawaz, while Rohan tops that list. 64 of 38. Cut away, but straight to the fielder. Great piece of fielding there. Cut it. Straight to the fielder. And now waiting and change the angle of that shot. We'll get a single though.
With that, it's the end of the over. 14 overs gone for Fujairah, 97 for 5. Mohammad Wasim starting well for Fujairah, 34. After that, it's 5-4 for Hamdan and Usman, followed by Rohan, 32. An unfortunate departure there. Asif followed on a duck, and now Umair and Vishnu taking the charge further for Fujairah.
The next man in would be Maroof if a wicket was to fall. You had a chat with Maroof, the bright young kid, isn't he?
Oh yes, absolutely. Has so much to share about the tournament and how
Nasir, meanwhile, starts. Will be a single there.
he's learned so much playing here with so many seniors, with them in the opposite teams. It's amazing. This platform is actually a godsend for them. Somebody who's ready to get selected is right waiting for that opportunity.
You're right. Meanwhile, this one hit handsomely, has gone big outside the fence for a maximum. Nasir Aziz again taken for runs by Umair. Every time he's pitched up, Umair has swatted it.
What a beautiful shot there, whacked straight out of the park for a 6. The kind of charging now required for Fujairah to bring home the match. 56 now required of 34. Nasser actually had a very good first over, followed by the second and the third, which do not seem to be going his way.
You're absolutely right. He picked up Asif's wicket and then has been going for runs, courtesy Umair. Again, like you mentioned earlier, that Umair, Nasir, while Ruhan was batting, you spoke about him, that these are some of the stalwarts of this game in the part of the world. Meanwhile, you see Maruf is not patted on yet. So it looks like he'll have to wait. Akif in the foreground. Vishnu, inside out, uppishly played. Mohammad Azhar does that mistake. Looks like he stepped over the boundary line. Is the umpire checking? He better check. He better check, yeah? Because from what we see over here, he's definitely overstepped.
He did. The ball was still inside the fence. It looked like that. So there is a confusion a little bit to clear out. Oh, no, he was on the fence.
The third umpire's checking and the umpire gets the news. It's a boundary. Nasir is not happy. Nasir is not happy. Look at his expression. He is not happy at all. He's miffed. Azhar definitely not doing the right thing. And especially, you can't do that when your captain is bowling. Oh, actually, wait. He's not the captain. He's a former captain. Captain is Yasir Kaleem. But yeah, Nasir has led the side for a very, very long time, the Ajman side. I guess there's one more delivery to go.
50 now remaining of 31. All of a sudden, they have accelerated in their chase. 160 is a score that we've seen a few times now and has been comfortably chased. Wide there. Everybody feels the pressure. Sometimes even the fielders, sometimes the bowlers, sometimes it's on the other side.
And that's right. Pressure is something that is a part of this game.
Hold it on!
Oh, there was a chance. There was a chance. Has he dropped this match? Nasir Aziz. Has he dropped this game? 15 overs gone. It's 111 for 5.
Hey, कोई नहीं.
Last 5 overs to go. 49 runs required to win in the next 30 deliveries to come. And to take us through the next 5 overs and to tell us which team will be the winners of this game, it's going to be Srijit and Ijaz.
Thank you, Neil. 111 for 5 Fujairah. 30 legitimate deliveries and 49 runs required. Very much achievable provided they stay in the middle. This pair and Umair on 25, Vishnu Sukumaran on 9 to talk about their chances, to talk about Is there any way to make a comeback for Ajman? I've got Ejaz Ahmed along with me. Good evening, Ejaz. How do you see the situation?
Good evening. Well, cricket is a sort of sport that's changing colour with every passage of time.
Batsman, ball change. Left.
Sultan. Let's see that if he can live like Sultan in the centre.
This one smacked it and taken. What a catch that! Goodness gracious me. Slightly shorter in length. And Hamid putting it a full length dive to complete the catch. This is an important one. And he's very much confident that he has collected it cleanly.
Excellent catch. Well, there is really a popular term that catch is always taking you to win matches. There you go. You're just hammering it towards long on. There you go. The ball is dipping, and he took it cleanly. Wonderful work. He just rolled over. Didn't allow the ball to pop up from his hand. So another wicket. Big prize. There you go. Vishnu departs here at 9. It's 6 down at Nelson's.
So there you go, the new batsman in is Zishan Abid. But one thing is for sure, that they are putting breaks in between at the right time. From here on, I think they need to make sure that they are not gifting any runs. Let them put money on their wicket. Let them decide. As this one smacked it, it's in the air. Has it got the distance? And taken on one bounce.
Well, Umar is really a senior pro. Look at that. He was just hammering it like a baseball. Ball was just falling short of the fielder. I think one quick step, leaning forward dive, would have taken a beautiful catch.
As he comes in for the third time in this over, chops it down. But what a fielding effort that. I think that has really boosted their morale, that wicket. They are pumped up. They know that they have an opportunity here. And full marks to the efforts on the field. As pushed away towards onside for a single.
Well, I think so here at this stage. Zishan done a good job by getting off from the strike, because it's a time to take chances. Umair is a senior pro. They're all thinking what went wrong and how we can rectify all the errors, what we have done at daytime. And Umair is there. He's a senior guy. Look at the batting. He's middling the ball. So it's only the time need that to pick up the boundaries, pick up some gaps, and can release some pressure in this over.
And in the previous match, we saw how Ramiz Shehzad did that. So things are not over yet. It's still achievable. This one on the leg stick. Just a single. So good thinking. With that single, it's the end of over number 16. Fujairah, 114 for 6. So people are here to witness this intriguing encounter, and they are slowly coming in and finding their place to get the best view. Swing and a miss, full end delivery, and Umair checks his stroke, rather shadow practices that shot which he wanted to play. Excellent stuff from Nav. He's done well. 46 runs required from 23. What should be the strategy from Ajman?
Well, I think we're here at this stage. More dot deliveries if they've not been able to take wickets, because already there is a gap between runs required and balls left. So this should be more increased.
Comes down the track and plays it towards Shahnawaz at sweeper cover. Just the single. He's keeping it very full, not bowling in the arc of the batsman, because that's what they want. That's what they are waiting for. That is intelligent bowling from Nav, who is not giving any room or any width to the batsman. He knows for the fact that it's an important stage here, and he can't lose his rhythm. Swinging delivery. Again, just a single. 116 for 6. They are dealing in these runs, not getting boundaries. That's the good part.
Yes, good part as a bowling unit, but not a good part as a batting unit, because you're chasing. I think it's almost you have to multiply the balls left here. So this is the over. You should try a big one, like a big hit. 6 might be a boundary, and in next over another 10 to 12 runs, so that you can go nearby at least. So the pressure on the last couple of overs wouldn't be that much, that you've just been feeling some sort of pressure.
This time in the block hole, played it towards deep, just a single. Excellent thinking. And as you rightly said, they need a big over to make an impact and to win this game, like what Dubai did. There you go. You're watching this tournament, Emirates D20, powered by Fan Code. Courtesy ITW Prod G, the broadcast. You're having it at your home nicely. And definitely this Jamboree is till 28. Meanwhile, a single has been picked up. 118 for 6. 42 required of 19 deliveries. They're enjoying in the dugout. Usman, Rohan Mustafa. I think they are very much confident that the batting, it's going on. They're that's A grade. That's what their body language suggests. Meanwhile, back of lane delivery, top edge, it's in the air and dropped. Dropped by Sandy.
And they're all happy. They're just smiling. But what a good effort. Sandy, you have just covering a good ground, but not been able to grab that ball in the very last moment. Top edge, fine leg, comes underneath, but he couldn't hold it properly. So the gift is there. 17 overs been bowled. Fujairah 119 for 6. .41 required in 18 deliveries. And a while ago I was talking with Sriji that at this stage Umar is really a senior pro. He can use a shorter boundary to get some quick boundaries.
Nasir starts a fresh over this one. Hoiked it, it's in the air. And again dropped at deep backward square leg. Is not happy.
Well, Nasir is really not unhappy. The way or the effort, what he has just seen there. But I think so that's a shorter boundary. He has picked up there, but not been able to improvise with sheer timing.
Hazrat Luqman, the fielder there, covered the distance, but I think couldn't judge the ball on that occasion.
Well, that would have gone for 4 because the way he was fielding there at the boundary line, not a good finishing of the catch, and not a good style to grab the ball.
Well, this time again up in the air, fielder. Well, will collect it on one bounce, just the single. This will be interesting how Zishan faces this veteran spinner. Will be not that easy for sure.
Well, I think to me like the way Umair has just given an advice to him, just keep rotation. I will be coming on to the strike. We have got 4 deliveries left in this over.
A full length delivery digs it out towards backward square leg. Just a single, as you rightly said. that will be the piece of advice that you might have given to him, because no need to lose your wicket trying to play a biggie. He's the senior pro in the middle, so definitely he'll be taking that calculated risk, and that's what required at this stage. Especially this is the last recognized batting pair in the middle. Wow, excellent delivery that. Yorker length delivery. Blocked completely.
Well, there you see that Nasir, using all of his experience of domestic international cricket, he has been in this slot quite a long time. Down the wicket, not been properly improvised. So what you can call like here, watching the ball closely, then hit it. Because I remember that Sachin Tendulkar, the master blaster, was the player. He's been 100% sure that he will be hitting the big hit. He used to leave his crease, come down the wicket, and his accuracy was 99%.
I think that's why the grip, if you look at the grip of Aziz, as if he's bowling those Yorker length, look at that. Once again, full, not giving any room, and just the single. Zishan will retain the strike. 18 overs gone. Fujairah 1-2-5 for 6. Interesting move there. Now comes in and bowls that penultimate over, which will be very, very crucial. Zishan takes strike. Well, full toss. It's in the air and taken. Another one bites the dust. 125. And they have lost their 7th wicket.
Well, that was expected, because you have to make or break in this over. And he did try well. And you can't blame the batter here at this stage when the runs are to be scored. So we're just trying down the wicket, play towards covers, low full toss. And there you go. Easy one. Well done, Shahnawaz. You have taken a good catch. So, Zishan Abid goes for 5. It's 7 down at 125. Fujairah 125 with a loss of 7 wickets. Umar still there in 34. He has played lesser deliveries, scored more. So let's see. He will be taking the chance here to go aerial or not.
Well, following the batsman. Excellent line, excellent thinking there from Nav. We'll have a look at that dismissal. Full outside the off stump. He had no option then to slice it. And there was protection in the deep at sweeper cover. Straight into the hands of Shahnawaz. Good captaincy. Bowling according to the field setup. That's very important in the final, especially in the entire innings is very important. If you have fielders on the offside, you have to bowl in a way that the batsman, tries to play towards that fielder. Bangs in shot. Wide. Not required. Too much thinking.
Well, Srijit, that wicket delivery was a sort of low full toss. So being a good batter, you can hit it all over the ground. So I think so that bowler was lucky enough that he has got a wicket, because on such kind of poor deliveries you normally used to get 6 or a boundary. But because of pressure, this happens that a batter is not being able to properly hit it, which is not been sustaining the nerves in such kind of situations.
And cleaned up. That's it, I would say. Was full, swinging in. And Umair was looking to play across. Completely missing. No connection at all. And his timber has been dislodged.
Really a wonderful delivery to wrap things up. There you go, it's just gone across. Back foot was locked there. And there you go. Yes! That was the prize wicket of Umair. They were living dangerously. So there you go, Umair Ali Khan on 34. And it's 126 for 8.
Saqib Manshad, the new batsman in. So the tail has been exposed completely. Final recognized batsman Umair been dismissed. And I think now match is slowly going into the pockets of Ajman. What a turnaround.
Well, Srijit, to me, I think is 25% left here. And Ajman, the team, he will be stopping Fujairah. There we go, towards extra cover. That Ajman is the side that unstoppable Fujairah. He was flying high. They have made the breaks to Fujairah cricket team. They're unable to chase it down so far, looking the pictures. But Nev Babreja getting 3 wickets in 14 runs. 2 deliveries to go, and let's see if he can finish it. Might be 2 good deliveries. 2 wickets at 5. Might be 4. So really good bowling. But good effort here by Ajman. They're doing well, restricting Fujairah.
2 deliveries remaining. 2 wickets. Well, low full toss. Just missing the off stick. And I want him to pick one more, because the way he has bowled, he had a plan. He executed it really well. Look at that. Shaping into the right-handed batsman, he was trying to play cross. With such pace, it's very difficult.
Well, man of the match, contender. Might be that if he can take another wicket, but so far I think that he is the key bowler who had restricted Fujairah's batters to go fly.
Excellent delivery that. Inner half of the bat was in contact. Long chase. And before Sagar Kalyan could collect it and fire in a throw. 2 runs there. 2 to end the over. 19 overs gone. And Fujairah 129 for 8.
There you
And-
go. There's the wicket. Well, all happening here. Surjit and me all getting all together at the mic, and it was all happiness that Yasir Kaleem could feel there.
And remember, this is the side which was unbeaten so far. Look at that, slow through the air, comes down the track without having any idea. And Yasir behind the stumps had ample time in the world to dislodge the bails. This is an excellent fight back. It's a story of a fight back from a team, Ajman, who came back strongly after, they had to wait long. We'll be talking about that. So the new batsman in. Final pair in the middle for Fujairah. This will be their first defeat in this tournament. Remember, they were unbeaten, and what a game this between these two sides. A carom ball, played it towards long off for a single.
Well, Surjit, these are the kind of games where big players used to produce, because it's a sort of pressure situation. And the youngsters, along with the senior pros, they are learning the tricks of the trade, that in such sort of situation, how we can manage. We did see a low full toss, thrown away the wicket. But at the same time, a good contender who has been playing cricket well under huge pressure becomes a big player.
Absolutely. Full outside the off stump. Well, Yasir is appealing. I don't know for what. But excellent thinking. I think it all started with the batting of Ajman. Again a loopy delivery. Played it towards onside. Just a single. Remember those hittings from Shahnawaz. Those sixes, that has really helped them to reach to that target of 160. And then complementing that was their bowling. 131 for 9. No one thought that Fujairah will be struggling like this.
Yes, exactly. It's just one wicket away at Ajman team to have a big win and can improve their ratings on the table of this SkyExchange.net Emirates D20 powered by Fancode table. Worked it towards onside, but overall really a good cricket. Ajman has played well here, and applause there all the way. This is really a wonderful day for them, that they have win against a side who has been the #1 team in this tournament, Fujairah. And Ajman well played. Yasir Kaleem led the side well. He was there in the centre with the glasses on. But I think that really good decisions in batting, in bowling, taking the game away from a #1 team of the tournament.
Absolutely wasn't that easy, because they had good batting lineup, they had good bowlers, and Ajman, what they did is they managed to put on 159, and then their bowling was top notch, not allowing them to score runs freely. They were picking wickets at regular interval. They had plan A, they had plan B for each players, and that's the reason why they were short by 27 runs. Fujairah losing their first match in this tournament. Remember, they were #1 team, and this will give immense confidence to the Ajman side. Look at that. That's the Fujairah batting lineup. 34 runs from Mohammad Wasim. Then 2 quick wickets. Hamdan Tahir, Usman Khan, Rohan Mustafa give good company, but then that wasn't not enough. Asif Khan, first ball duck off the bowling of Nasser. Key wicket for Ajman, and then Umair Ali Khan scoring 34. And then no one really was able to chip in. Vishnu Sukumaran, Zishan Abid going cheaply, and then it was all spinners, and plus Nav Pabreja, the initial first 2 overs and then the later half.
There you go. Nav Pabreja getting 3 wickets. And look at the runs economy 4. He's really a top bowler in the centre, then chipping in 2 wickets each. Azhar and Shahnawaz Khan, they have bowled well. 1 wicket for Sultan Ahmad and Nasir Aziz. So they restrict 132 with 9 in 20 overs. Well, highlights of this inning will be the key here, because sometimes we did see that good bowling, good batting. Let's have a look. There you go. We started off. We saw the classy Akbat Dragon. Wicket is there. Pabreja starts his fly there. Then inside out. Some good hits. Came down the wicket. Drive-throughs. Wonderful act. Look at the beauty. They have gone aerial sometimes. Not been able to cross the fence. Threw their wickets away. Some of the great sixes, boundaries. What did you see here in this inning?
It was an all-round performance from the Ajman side, whether it is batting, bowling or fielding. So they missed a couple of chances, but they well recuperated, came back strongly. That's the interesting part about cricket. At one stage we thought Fujairah will be easily taking away this game, then making the comeback was Ajman. There was a time when we thought in form Asif Ali will be able to take that match, but then this man on your screen coming back quickly.
So there is a match summary for all of you at how it happened today. There you go. SkyXChange.net Emirates D20 powered by Fenco. Game number 18. Ajman scored 159 for 6, where Sagar, Anj, Yasir came in, but in reply Fujairah, the number 1 team of the tournament, were unable to score at that level. They were restricted at 132 for 9, and there you go, Ajman won it with a margin of 27 runs.
So we'll take a short break, and on the other side will be post-match presentation.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the post-match presentation of SkyExchange.net Emirates D20 powered by FanCode. What a phenomenal game. A game where we saw the unbeaten getting thrashed, top scorers getting smashed, and that was done by one team, Ajman. 160 to chase, and the Ajman bowlers got on top and said, listen, you might be the biggest side, but we're not letting you get there. And for this, there is one man who gets a lot of credit, and that one is Nav Pabreja for his 4 overs, 16 runs and 3 wickets, the player of the match. Nav, congratulations. First up. Now, congratulations on this fantastic performance. I want to ask you this one question. Second last over, not too many to score for the opposition, and the big man, Umair Ali Khan, batting. What was running through your mind?
First of all, thank you for the... And when Umair Ali was batting, there was no worries because I was confident about myself and we had a lot of runs to defend against them. I don't think any side here could have scored 35 in 2 overs, and we were always on top. Not in the last 2 overs, but since the first ball of the game.
Now, when you say that, there was no stress, but there were many opportunities that went missing. Nasir was bowling. He dropped a catch of Umair. Again, Sandy dropped one catch here. And then one more catch dropped at the boundary by Lukman. All of this, what was the chatter that was going around in the team?
See, that's a part of the game. Like, this happens. The point is that we didn't fall there. We were always up. Our chins were high. And we were confident that we were going to win. It was never a doubt since the first ball of the game. We were going to win this one. We knew it.
You sound like a very confident young man. Tell me, what is your routine? How often do you practice and how many hours do you put in practice?
In this heat, if you are just playing every game, that's enough. You can just rehab at home. You can hit the pool. No gym, nothing, just relax. And you just continue with the games because the games are really consecutive. But when there's, when we have time, then we have our routine. But right now, if we are able to bowl and bat, that's enough in this weather.
Does the rehab also include chole bhature?
No, if we eat chole bhature, we can't play the next day.
All right, then go well and rest up well. All right, now thank you so much. Now, I would like to call upon the skipper who stood behind the stumps, kept giving instructions, made the right bowling changes, and got their men on the winning side. Yasir Kaleem, the skipper of Ajman. Yasir, first up, congratulations. Very well done. Your team did extremely well. What was the thought that was going around in the side when you came around to play against Fujairah?
So we are confident about ourselves that we are the best team in this tournament, and it's just a matter of gelling. And the last 3 games you have seen that how we have performed in the last 3 games. The bigger the team, we don't play the opponents, we play according to our strength. So we just wanted to put some score on the board, and we knew if we could score 160, 170 runs, then the kind of bowling attack that we have, we would be able to defend it.
Any words for Nav Pabreja's performance today?
Nav is very a confident person, but the thing is, you tell him something to do, he delivers it. So I just ask him to go for the Yorkers, even if they go become low full tosses, but not to become the overpitch deliveries. And I think out of 12 deliveries, 11 deliveries were on the spot.
Well, how's Ansh? He seemed like had some injuries on the ankle while he was batting.
To be honest, I think 3 or 4 players of our team are, not feeling well due to the, extreme heat is there, and there's no recovery time. Daily we are playing matches. But he's a fit young man. I hope he should make a recovery in the next game.
All right, go well, and you have given us a fantastic game. We expect the same from you more on.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you.
All right, so that's it from the presentation ceremony. Back to the comms.
So there you go. Nav been adjudged man of the match. What a performance that from him. Match number 17 was played between Dubai and Emirates Blues. Dubai winning their first match by 3 wickets, and on the other side, Fujairah losing their first match. Ajman defeating them by 27 runs. So that's for day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is no match day, which means day after tomorrow, 19, match number 19, Dubai will be taking on Sharjah. It will be 5 p.m. Dubai local time, and then match number 20, Emirates Blues versus the same Ajman side. That will be the second match. So that's it from our end. Hope you enjoyed. Till we meet, goodbye, take care.